Thank you so much for staying tuned. Now, from different hashtags that happened during the course of the weekend, kickstarting from Friday up until now, there's so many trendy gist that you should be aware of. This is TMI Socials, and I am Anuoluwapo Stevens, here to take you on a wonderful, wondrous social media journey. Now, so during the course of the weekend, as I said, there were so many hashtags, from hashtag Wike, hashtag FCT, hashtag Matawale, and of course our very own Moses Bliss and all of that. But anyway, let's move over to the political scene, as you should be aware of some of the interesting, spicy story. But quickly kickstarts with a trending one that happened over the weekend, from the federal government announcing that the relocation of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria FAAN headquarters from Abuja to Lagos. Now, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria also did explain why it moved its corporate headquarters from Abuja down to Lagos, pinning it on saving costs and several other factors. A statement on Thursday from FAAN's Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obiangeli Ora, said the relocation also followed a wide consultation. Now, let's see how you responded to this one on the space of socials. Lucas on X says, if the reason is for the betterment of the aviation industry, so be it. Must everything be in Abuja? I don't know, if you ask me. Okay, now this one says, NNPC and the Niger Delta Ministry should also be moved to the South-South immediately too. We cannot continue to provide for a country that gives us little or nothing, while other states are allowed to keep their own resources. All right, now let's see another one. On the streets of socials, this user on X says, bringing back whatever they took to Abuja back to her origin. They never see this coming. Okay, let's see another one. Let's see another one on the story. Now, this person says, this is just the beginning. More is still on the pipeline. Anyways, they said it was because, number one, bandits and terrorists are already invading Abuja. So, key government assets must be moved to a more safer and secure environment. Hence the reason. Number two, a northerner that moved the capital from Lagos to Abuja. Now this is the time for payback. And finally, by the time Bulaba is done with Nigeria, they will learn their lessons. It's funny how the state of socials never forget stuff. Bulaba, blah, blah, blue, and all of that. Okay, can we see another reaction still on the story? All right, Sunny Angel on X. FAAN, CBN are moving to Lagos very soon. Aservilla may get branch in Lagos. The northern Babas are not just expressing ethnic sentiment, they are engaging in ethnic bullying. This is the market they bought. The package is not fully opened yet. More is still on the way. That's what that one says. Now, still on this particular story, as regards FAAN, remember I told you there was a whole lot of, trending stuff. And hashtag FAAN trended for a while during the course of the weekend. So, it was also a moment of drama at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos when a traveler allegedly cut a staff member of a flight service company called Pathfinder, attempting to plant illicit drugs in his luggage. Now, in a viral video that showed when the man slapped the Pathfinder staff member and asked him to explain the content of the package, while the official knelt and apologized for his crime. Meanwhile, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria FAAN has said that the man who was apprehended in the viral video for attempting to plant drugs in a traveler's bag is not their worker. Reacting to the incident, FAAN, in a statement issued by its Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Obiangeli Ora, confirmed that the suspect is an employee of an aviation service company operating within the airport premises. Let's have a glimpse of the video and see reactions.
So tell me this drug. Great. That's the drug that he will bring from to move to the airport. So I can help him send the drug.
All right, moving over to reaction. Now this one says CCTV is important. I think it is high time when anyone is accused of any crime at the airport, the authorities should produce a CCTV footage. Without CCTV, no case. If not, innocent people would just be jailed for no crime of theirs. Imagine you have been vigilant all the time. Okay, yeah, I totally agree with you, Guy. Now this one still on X says, what a wicked attempt. Thorough investigation is needed. He is behind so many reasons. Innocent citizens are jailed today. At a point in all cases, the cup goes into the pot, but when the pot is getting dried, then you turn the pot into the cup. Well, whatever that means, Jesper, whatever that means. Now, this one says, the corruption in this nation is too deep. That guy would have been jailed for what he doesn't know about. Oh, well, really, really sad indeed. But thankfully, he was being vigilant enough to spice and get that particular thing so he doesn't, you know, fall into trouble. Now, talking about socials, right? This is TMI socials, right? Definitely. So, double threats. Wole Soyinka was also trending over the weekend as he bemoaned the sorry state of the social media that has fallen into Nigeria, saying it has been dragged down to the least denominator and taken over by people he reckoned as, wait for it, barbarians. So Soyinka maintained that in other climes, social media is still valid as a means of interaction because of the intellectual content and reasoned engagement being deployed by users. He, however, noted that here in Nigeria, the reverse is the case, as those who dragged it down have swapped the intellectual quotient aspect of it. He spoke on Saturday at the 48th President's Party and his investiture as an honorary member of the prestigious Abeokuta Club right there in Ogun State. Now, those are the pictures of, you know, netizens who went ahead to dig up old stuff of the same guy, Soyinka, of how he was, you know, in quotes, also being a barbarian at some point during his early days. Let's see reactions on the space of socials. Toluwani on X says, Wole Soyinka is hell-bent on destroying the little goodwill he has been leaving this world. Who are we to tell him not to tarnish his own image? Well, I see what you did there, Toluwani. Very, very smart guy indeed. Big Joe of Africa on X says, people like Wole Soyinka have become a needless burden to Nigeria. They won't speak truth to power because of penury interest. Then they take advantage of gray hair to insult those who fill that vacuum. Prosperity will judge all men. Or person will judge all men. Okay, now, whatever that is. Now, this one finally on the story says, old age is really taking toll on Prof. Wole Soyinka. This is not the Prof I used to know. He should know that there is no permanent champion anywhere, and life is turn by turn. The generation of Professor Wole Soyinka failed Nigeria. Now that's what this guy said, and I really had to be very picky with the comments because there were a whole lot of bashing, you know, insulting him, calling him a barbarian, and all sorts. Anyway, moving over to another story. The former Minister of Transportation, Amaechi, has urged Nigerians not to flee the country in what has become the Japa syndrome, stressing that there are abundant opportunities in the country. Yes. So he says, and I quote, I have always discouraged those who want to leave the country. You can always get 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. jobs when you leave the country, but you can never get the kind of opportunity you get in Nigeria. You can just wake up and you become a governor or a minister in Nigeria, Amaechi explained. Speaking on the quality of leadership in the country, Amaechi said Nigerians get what they want, what they deserved. You don't complain after, you don't. Nigerians are all times have had opportunities to vote. So whatever you voted for is still what you deserved, but let's not go into politics. Right, let's not go into politics. Okay, let's have a feel of the video and I'll be here to take your thoughts. Let's listen to him.
9 to 5. I've always discouraged those who want to leave the country. I said 9 to 5, 9 to 5, yes, You can always get 9-to-5 job when you leave the country, but you can never get the opportunity you will get in Nigeria. You can just wake up one day, you become a minister in Nigeria. You can just wake up one day, you become a governor. It just happens. I don't know how this country operates. So if you're looking for opportunity, please stay back in Nigeria. If you're looking for 9-to-5 safety and all that, one of my friends said to me, but supposing you're waiting for that opportunity and they kill you, well, maybe that's your destiny.
But
honestly,
the example you just gave is...
opportunities are here.
Right.
All right, so you might just wake up one morning and boom, you just end up being a governor. Well, I've been sleeping and waking up and here I am, still not a governor yet, whatever that means still. On a lighter note, this user on X says, he has a point, Sha. Solid connects work better in Nigeria. It's all about connections here. All right, now this one, it's official. Topa says, politics is not supposed to be a money-making venture. But from his own example, obviously, that's how it is in Nigeria. Everyone wants to make money. Tell me about it. Now, this one says, if 200 million people all want to become minister or governor in Nigeria, will it not turn to madness? Why can't the plumber live a good life? Why can't the mechanic own properties? Why can't the school teacher live a fulfilling financial life? Why can't the factory worker live in his own mansion? Mad people everywhere. Georgie says on X. Do we have another reaction to this story? Let us see. Now this one says he should just simply tell us if at some point in time he had not Japa before and come back to Nigeria to begin his political career. They will all come to the air and pretend as if everything happens miraculously, say decorum. Right. Now, finally, on the story, Amaechi should apologize to Nigerians immediately. It is, especially when President Tinubu is trying to restore the country and making it even better. He should apologize. So you think. Okay, and then this one says he is saying the easiest way to get wealth is to become somebody, powerful, is to work for politicians. Okay, he is saying the easiest way to get wealth, become somebody and powerful, is to work for politicians, and you'll have a chance to get involved in sharing the common wealth. You don't need to have personal values, wealth, skills, virtues, and substance. Just go into politics in Nigeria and boom, you are made for life. I had to add that own part there. Now finally, my final story for today. A trending video was seen on the space of socials as joyful bandits were filmed cheering for the state's Minister of Defense, His Excellency Mohammed Bello Matawale, happily calling out his name. In the video, they can be seen singing praises of Bello Matawale, the former Zamfara state governor, who currently serves as the Minister of State Defense. The bandits are captured singing and dancing with happiness, as if they've just hit the biggest jackpot of the year. Now, the bandits brandishing their guns were singing so much with excitement. Let's see the story. Oh, well, whatever that meant there. If you listen vividly, you'd hear Matawale at some point, right? You listen, you heard it. Okay, well, let's see your reactions online. Now, this one says, if this Matawale man is not investigated, then I will understand what's defending mineral deposits in Zamfara and other areas as the Minister of Defense. Okay? Now, moving over. Ha, 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 ha. Nigeria. This is what we always get. Former Governor of Zamfara is now Defense Minister, and he laughs again. And bandits are calling his name. Now, come to think of how do you want the military to work? That you have somebody like Matawale as Defense Minister, Nigerian Army, shine your eyes. And finally, on the space of socials. This one says, the police headquarters PRO is busy doing photoshops when they haven't scratched the surface in fighting terrorism. Terrorists singing Bello Matawale, the Minister of Defense, praise is indeed an alarming one. And this is how we get to, live the conversation on TMI Socials this morning. But I'd really love to ask Daniel Praise. Yes. So which of the story caught your attention?
Well, all the stories so far, they're actually catchy. The last one, you can vividly hear the bandit saying they want Matawale.
Oh, that's what it means.
Matawale Muke. So if I heard them clearly,
yes,
means it's Matawale we want.
Oh.
He is he was a governor in the state,
yes,
and now the Minister of Defense. Now, how do you now cross-balance this whole scenario where you have bandits in his state, a state that is ridden with a lot of terrorism activities, and having someone from that state in the helms of affairs as far as security is concerned? So there's a question mark.
Being a Minister of Defense.
Yes. So are you now saying he's defending their interest? No. Are they celebrating his emergence as the Minister of Defense? So there's
so many questions.
So many questions surrounding that. I think in a safe client or in a place where things are done rightly, Matawale should be called to order. And those guys should be tracked. At least they are using a phone. It was uploaded somewhere. They should track those guys and ask them questions. Then secondly, you talked about in one of your stories, you talked about FAAN being moved to Lagos.
Yes, from Abuja.
From Abuja. Well, Abuja is practically not safe again to an extent. And if the federal government, in its wisdom, is saying we should take the Federal Airport Authority to Lagos, where it actually started from, I don't think if it's a bad idea.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Don't you think Lagos is already congested? And it's going to mean more persons moving over to Lagos.
But if Lagos is safer for our airspace, why not take FAAN to Lagos? After all, some persons are already saying, you bring the headquarters of Nigerian, the NNPC now, bring it to South-South.
Of course.
You get
then that would make sense.
70 to 80% of whatever you're using to produce oil is gotten from South-South. And the headquarters is situated somewhere else. So Dominic, I said we need to go now. We literally don't have time to go on the show. Dominic, let's take your final word.
Thank you for that social media. Of course, I wanted to comment, but we don't have time. I just hope that Nigerians will continue to pray for the safety of this nation as we battle insecurity. From Abuja end, I will say thank you for investing your time until we come away again. Same time tomorrow, I remain Dominic. Bye from Abuja.
But definitely, Anoluakbo Stephen will be returning back again for another round of TMI Socials on TMI, reaching you live from our network service. My name is Daniel Praise Usedebame. We'll be seeing you on the next one.